Here we have the current stock market update for Estée Lauder Companies Incorporated, stock ticker EL. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have a stock that we have not covered before. This was a request from a channel member. Channel members are able to make requests for these types of stocks that are not normally covered on the channel. And this stock in particular has had a lot of news directed toward it recently. There has been a recent earnings release that has moved the market quite substantially. So currently what we're looking at here is a share price movement below the $70 mark. And a lot of this was based on the most recent earnings report, which was a bit mixed in some ways. And I think that this is leading some people to believe that this might be a good stock to buy at the moment. So in this video, we will sort of go over some of these issues and try to determine whether or not that is actually the case, whether or not this is actually a strong buy at the moment. So currently what we're looking at here is an adjusted EPS figure of 14 cents. And this does positively compare to the consensus estimates, which were just below 9 cents per share. So the company did beat expectations, and this does mark an annualized increase of 33%. So the growth rate here in the earnings figure was fairly substantial. However, the negatives start to begin at that point because net sales declined 4% on an annualized basis at $3.36 billion. And the company specifically cited problems in China and travel retail. So this is a concerning part of the market for this company, and they are sort of reducing their expectations here going forward. As a result of these changes, they've also completely withdrawn their fiscal 2025 outlook, citing the economic uncertainties in China. And this is really, this along with the dividend cut from 66 cents per share to 35 cents per share, really has been the reason that the main reason that the stock is plummeting here. So, anybody that's familiar with, trading the market does know that a dividend cut can be a major warning flag. That does signal that major potential problems could be in store for the company. There have been major stories in the past about stocks that have just really kind of crashed hard after reducing dividends. General Electric was an example from a few years ago. Intel is a more recent example where they're just completely suspending the dividend. And that can have a dramatic effect on the stock. I mean, a lot of people that were longer term holders of Intel, for example, were a bit less willing to do that and wait for that company's turnaround if they're not being paid to wait with a dividend. So there is still a dividend here, but it was roughly cut in half, almost completely in half. So it is a fairly significant and substantial reduction in the dividend payout. And this does suggest that the stock could be under pressure here going forward, because it might mean that longer term traders are not necessarily interested in holding on to the stock and dealing with whether or not these uncertainties in China play out in a favorable direction. So just quickly here, we will sort of drill into the price chart a bit. We're going to first look at the 4-hour time frame. Because overall, we can see that the price movements here have been very substantial to the downside. This is a very large price gap. It's a very well-known company. And, the question at this point is, has this movement gone too far? Is this a decent buying opportunity? Is the blood in the streets, so to speak? Is the worst behind us as far as share prices are concerned? And, at the moment, there's not really much reason to believe that would necessarily be the case. I mean, I do think that you could probably see share prices sort of bounce back into where they were trading previously. This is a major shock for the market, and if we do start to see some stabilization here, I do think that you could possibly see share prices sort of move back to where they were. But I think that from there, I think that you're probably looking for, a bit too much. I think you're expecting a bit too much. I mean, I wouldn't expect a significant reversal here quickly. And I do think that even if we move back to where we were previously, I do think that would be the best possible scenario. I definitely think you could be trading right around the 70 level for quite some time. This was a major shock here in the fact that there is no guidance here for the fiscal year 2025. That's a major problem. And it's clearly not, a positive development because the company is also reducing its dividend. So in order to be wrong about this assumption, I mean, my expectation here really would be that you're probably likely to see share prices just sort of hang around this same level here. Maybe start to develop a bit of a trading range here, maybe between $65 and maybe $75, something around there. In order to be wrong about this assessment, I would need to see share prices break back above this prior support level that was being seen recently, because this was really a major sort of trend base that had been developing for the stock prior to this earnings release. Now that we have broken below here, this does suggest that the paradigm has shifted here, and we would need to really see a break above this level in order to suggest that things could be turning around. There is at the moment a very significant price gap to the top side, and that is significant. This is a very common, well-known company, a very commonly traded company. So that means that would likely be many buy and sell orders that are still parked in this area. And once you start to move back into these price gaps, in many cases, you do start to see those price gaps filled. So that is a way of sort of generating free momentum for the stock. But we are going to need to see a break above. Let's get a number here. Roughly 72.60 in order to have an expectation that this price gap is going to be filled. So if we do start to see more of a range develop between, say 65 and 72 or something like that, it's possible that this price gap doesn't get filled at all. For the most part, my expectation for this stock would be to be sort of trading kind of sideways right around the $70 level, probably 65 to $70 type of a situation here. As much as this price gap, I do often look for situations like this where you're really getting an overreaction within the market, based on an earnings release. But I try to see a bit more of a positive development here in order to sort of pull the trigger on those types of positions. There was a little bit of evidence of that in the earnings per share figure, and that is significant. But the overall revenue number was declining, and they don't seem to think that China is going to be a very strongly performing market here going forward. So the fact that they don't have any guidance for the fiscal year 2025 really does sort of throw a wrench in the works here, and it really makes this an uncertain trade. So you could get into something like this, but I think that there are much better opportunities available elsewhere. So here's the current market update for Estée Lauder Company's stock ticker EL. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.